Hello sports fans, it's been a minute and it's been a very busy year, and I thought I would give you a bit of an update as to what's been happening with all these cars, because boy oh boy, things have taken a turn for the complicated. So this is the Land Cruiser that we just got back. It's been sitting at a garage for about 6 months, really not making much progress. So we've brought it back here so that we can get it all stripped down. The engine is out getting rebuilt at the moment, and same with the torque converter. The big problem it has is this awful rust. So we have to do all of the front wing here and part of the firewall. Then it's getting full like off-road build, jacked up suspension, big tyres, the whole lot. That will be the tow car for the Drift Brew, which does still exist. And this weekend we're going to do a bit of work. We've got some custom fit spacers that will allow us to fit a different wheel fitment on there, because on full lock it rubs the chassis leg. So we're going to fix that this weekend and put some 17-inch tyres on the front instead of 18s. The seat is out because the new Driftland regs mean you need a bigger fire extinguisher, so the two that we already have, those don't work anymore. We need to have a 2 kilogram within reach of the driver. So the nice Sparkos, which we've used once, those are out. We also have to replace all the brake pipes because they've been getting pinched. The drive shafts, I'll put you sideways so that I can put you up there, but can't even see anyway, but the drive shafts come up so far that they pinch the brake pipes, so we need to replace that. We still have the Cabaroo, which has been on track. It's now on its 4th engine out. Third. Can we include the original cat engine? This thing has to get the engine out again. It's gone and it's getting rebuilt because it needs a new crankshaft. And Dave's also upgrading it from a classic Impreza engine up to the 2003-ish WRX block, along with all of the wiring loom and clocks are in here as well. Nice little modernisation for this car, because we only had it out once. It was tons of fun. But rather than just run it till it died, Dave decided to put an engine in it instead. So it's been out a few times and we're working on it. Got some new seats to go in it as well. The harnesses are there, harness bar. What else are we having? That. Our good friend Dave, who has provided this location for us to work. So he was the one that got the ramps installed for us. He's got, I don't know whether to call it a passion or a problem, but he keeps buying Evos. Like, this one is a rare as balls Jap import that he has imported and then never driven. Do you think we can peel it so we can show the good people?
I feel a bit of it.
Peel a bit of it and then we can...
Well, one of them, whatever thing you shape.
I think that's an Evo 6, but it's a Japanese import. It still speaks Japanese when you turn it on. Domo arigato Mitsubishi Tokyo. This one is something a little bit special. This one's a Time Attack car from 2020 that was then retired.
We're on? Start it.
Everything is fiberglass on it. This is the lightest door I've ever encountered in my life, with carbon fiber door panels, full roll cage by safety devices, Corbeau carbon Kevlar seats, steel firewall that's in there, batteries, remote. Even the subframes on the back are completely custom. Look at that. Olin suspension, hard race anti-roll bar, brand new diff and drive shafts, never used. The subframe though is beautiful. And colour coded, so the previous owner obviously had a bit of money. It's got the big gay wing. Actually, we've got 2 big gay wings because there's another one up here. And this spare brakes and like 14 dozen Subaru alloy wheels. Link ECU in this. Again, look at this all. I mean, this is nice. This is not your average, like, scruffy drift build. this is a bit beyond us, but whether he actually drives this or not, that'll be up for discussion. But it has a massive Garrett in there. That is the biggest turbo I have ever seen. It is a big chunky boy. Custom manifold, turbo smart, Mishimoto radiator. This is a Norris Designs Evo engine, so if you know about Evos, apparently this is what you want, because this is a 2.3 stroker with all the Magnus kit on it as well. Dry sump system on the side as well, the V3. Torque Solutions engine mounts, everything's changed. Massive intercooler, Mocal radiator for the oil. It's not a budget build. Many tens of thousands of pounds have been spent on this, and Dave's not even sure if he's going to drive it. Now, we just see Big Dave's head at the back there, poking out of the couch. But this weekend's project, put my tripod down, this weekend's project is just to get the Drift Bureau ready for the track, because all the stuff that's in here, none of it is actually ready to use. And so the whole point of having big cars for towing things is so you can take cars to the track. And this hasn't been out on the track for over a year, but the last time it was out there, broke the rear brakes, pulled the hydraulic handbrake off in my hand, and with some help from Stu McClelland we got back on track. But this brake pipe stuff all needs replaced, and a new larger fire extinguisher, as I mentioned, we've got to fit that. But it should be relatively straightforward. Once that's done, depending on how much time we've got, then we'll get the spacers on. We've got some various choices over here of slick and semi-slick tyres so that we can try and get a, what are these, Federal something? Federal FZ201. I have no idea what that is, but these are semi-slicks off a Clio, because Dave's got another track car, or a Renault Clio, which came with all of these tyres. Fortunately, those semi-slicks will fit the front, so the Subaru has a bit of a problem with full lock where it hits the chassis leg, as I mentioned, and some slightly smaller wheels and better spacers should fix it, along with a little bit of extra camber with the white line kit here. But, oh, bumper there. So it should be, I mean, this is a very conservative list, but fire extinguisher bracket, brake pipes, new hydro, get the spacers on, new semi-slicks, not the 888s, because we've got those ones spare and free. The fuel pump was never wired properly, so that's been sorted now. And then front clearance will be like if we decide to hammer out the arches and check the front anti-roll bar clearance a little bit. I'll get someone else to fix it. So we're starting a board here to monitor our progress, but we're really starting to get littered with parts in here. There's a roll cage, and over here there's various bits of clutch and starter motors and stuff, and a turbo there. There's a whole subframe off a Subaru, because we might weld up some lower control arms that have a little bit more camber on them. I think that's Dave's exhaust. So things out here have taken a turn for the complicated, but at least we have a nice spot for working on the cars now, even if, like this thing, it takes a long time to get them going. So that's it, that's what's been happening. The cars do still exist, in fact more cars exist now than they ever did. But this weekend's project is getting that up to date. So as anticipated, having a baby has made life more complicated, and so less videos have been up. But starting to get a bit more time. He's a year old this week and he's starting to walk, so we're able to get him down to the garage here and he can scrub around while we're working on things. But it may be that we're getting a bit of our normality back since we can start working on some cars again. Anyway, I hope that's interesting. I just thought we'd give a bit of an update on what's been happening or not happening, and I hope you enjoyed. Let us know if you have any questions. Nice to see you all. Goodbye.